So what is going on in this hot Edmonton real estate market? Well, stay tuned. We're going to talk about that right now. Hi, this is Melody Wilson with the RELIFE team at RE/MAX Elite, and today I'm going to talk to you about what is going on in Edmonton's real estate market. You got it. It is hot, and it is hot like nothing I've seen in the last 5 years. Things are not lasting on the real estate market. I'm sure you see signs come up and sold sticker sign come shortly after, or you might not even see a sign come up before it's sold. So what is going on? Is it really that hot? Are properties actually in multiple offers? Are they actually selling over list price? My quick answer, it definitely is. Edmonton is no Toronto or Vancouver, but we're definitely seeing some massive sales in our market. In the last month of March, we saw our sales go up month over month, over 53.44% from February, and 1,005 properties sold. We've seen our active listings rise slightly from the last month at 9.5%, but if you look at year over year, we are down from listings last year. We have less listings available, and we have more properties selling. So that equation does make a seller's market. It makes the homes incredibly hard to find as a buyer, and you have to be ready as a buyer to compete in multiple offers. You have to be ready to have an offer with potentially no conditions depending on your situation itself. So what you need to do is make sure you have your pre-approval in place. Make sure you know exactly financially where you're at if you were buying a certain property. Make sure what your tolerance is if you want to have a home inspection versus if you're okay with not. We've seen some investors waive both conditions, and we don't necessarily advise that you waive a home inspection condition, but we are seeing properties sell with no conditions. We've seen a few of those deals happen last month where the property was sold immediately as soon as we got the offer accepted. So no big surprise, the average days on market has decreased from month over month and year over year. We've actually had the lowest days on market in March than we've ever had in the last 12 months. So we are at 38 days on market, and typically we were upwards in the 50s, and we were kind of just staying stagnant at 50 to 60 for quite some time, but obviously not this month, and I don't suspect that in April will be any different. April is moving just as quickly as March has been. So no big surprise, the popular price point that everyone is buying in is the $300 to $399 price point. That's the majority of sales so far year to date, and then of course the 4 to 5. What that means is in purchasing a home between $300,000 to $400,000 is extremely competitive. If it's priced well, you're probably going to be in multiple offers, especially depending on the location. Now, prior to this year, I was always saying there's always multiple offers because depending on location, if you're in high demand areas like River Valley, you'll always see good priced homes go into potential multiples. However, now we're seeing multiple offers on all sorts of properties, single family homes. This message is not for you condo owners. I'm sorry to say that condo market still is not as hot as the single family home market. The single family home market has taken off. The single family home market has taken Edmonton real estate market by storm. The condo market is just still sitting there. There's obviously a lot of risks when you're buying condo, a lot of inventory when you're buying condo, and that is why that market is still staying pretty soft. So your odds of selling has increased substantially. We're sitting at a 42% absorption rate, which means the odds of selling your home is 42% actual versus what we've seen historically in the last year or two, it's been 18%. So your odds have totally increased. With our team, we make sure your home is set up properly. Sure, your house may sell if you just throw it up, but we want to make sure you get the most amount of money. So we're going to have the stager come in, have them give you advice, invest in your property to make sure it showcases the best, and take the time that it needs, because that 1 or 2 weeks makes a big difference on getting your home shown the best, and we should still get you top dollar for your home. You're gonna get more money for your home that way than versus just throwing it up. Sure, you might get an offer, but you might not get that demand or the multiple offers if it just doesn't showcase that great. So average sale price has increased year over year and month over month. $470,000, that's really high. We're usually quite a bit lower than that, and I suspect that in April, May, we're still gonna see quite a bit of activity, tends to slow down in the summertime. I'm also speculating it may not last all the way until May, just because we have the rate hold right now. There's a lot of incentive for buyers to purchase right now because they have that sub 2% interest rate, and their rate holds are gonna expire probably by the end of May. So we're gonna see a lot of activity and sales happening right before May. I suspect in summertime it's going to get quieter. I know that in summer it typically is quieter anyways. Last year was an exception, but I do believe we may not last. Now there is some speculation we're going to have a very busy summer as well. And like I said, I don't have a crystal ball, but my guess is that we're not going to have as busy of as a summer. But you never know. So if you're looking to sell, now is the time to get your home on the market before we hit the lull. If you're looking to buy, you want to buy before that interest rate goes up. Now, don't forget the variable rate is still under 2%. It's the fixed rate that's at the low end at 2.09, 2.29%, depending on your situation. Now, if you're looking at buying a new build home, prices have shot up extremely high. They've gone up by $20,000 per home, and we're seeing very little flexibility with builders even wanting to make any changes. We're seeing them lower their discounts, and everything's gone up. Lumber's gone up 3 times in the last year, and they're suspected to continue to rise. So if you're looking to purchase a new build, it is still possible. We just have to talk about what you're expecting. If you're wanting to sell your home and buy your home at the same time, that strategy has now changed from even 3 months ago. So make sure if you have any questions to comment down below, reach out to me. Thanks so much for tuning in, and stay safe out there and hold on to your seats, because I know April's going to be another busy real estate month.